What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to prayer with God, as there are many Decepticons running around in these end times sent from the enemy. Had a strong, close, and personal relationship with God. Good, great, awesome. And if you're interested in that one-on-one Discord conversation, the information is pinned in the comment section and in the description down below. Good, great, awesome. So you guys, I gotta tell y'all what went on. I got to. Y'all know my transparency up in here. So basically, my mom's side of the family had a family reunion, and that was probably like the first really big one, with multiple sides of the family being there. So, I didn't really know a lot of people there besides the side that I grew up with, but yeah. So basically, it's a few things I want to mention and talk about that happened there, and some of the things that God was pointing out to me as today has progressed. So it's crazy. So basically, the main thing I want to talk about is my cousins from South Carolina came up. And there was this one person I did not know. They were trans. So basically, what happened, was that this person had those agents that the enemy, sends around them. Okay, because I felt it. I felt the agents. So this person asked me, did I smoke or anything? And I said, no, I don't. They were like, yeah, because, okay, you just look, a lot younger for your age. I didn't want to ask that, try to play it all cool. So then later that night, asked the same questions after I had just said that I didn't do it to my other cousins who didn't care. They asked again. I'm like, okay, I know you heard earlier what I said. So then this agent was trying to get me drunk. And I'm like, Father God, in the name of Jesus, you better tell the devil to stop lying to me on a Saturday. You better tell the devil to stop lying to me on this Saturday. So it was just little things like that. And then the person only knew my cousins who he came with, because it was appearing to be a girl, was trying to talk to me more than them. I'm like, why is this person so invested in speaking with me? Like, why? What do you want? And then I started catching on, and I was like, oh, hold up, wait a minute, take it back another minute. So it's just so crazy that it just be agents everywhere. I'm the type of person, I'm not going to sit there and treat somebody some type of way because of stuff they're battling with or dealing with. If I'm spoken to, I'm going to speak back. I'm not going to be rude. You shouldn't treat people like they're not human, because everybody goes through something. So I'm not like that. But it's just the fact that I was experiencing those agents firsthand coming at me like that. Because it didn't stop there. Basically, you know how when you're around particular people, you can kind of feel a spirit of jealousy or envy. And this is the next part I want to talk about. Yeah, I could feel that was the spirit of when people would look at me sometimes because of my parents. You know how they feel about my parents? Or they look at me sometimes, I can see it. And then, they kind of put on that, oh, hey, I'm like, no, I just saw that. I felt that. I can tell you act a certain way or you feel a certain way. So it's that. And I feel like, the Lord was pointing things out to me. And I'm like, I have actually been dealing with that my entire life, for real. If we being frank and quite honest, people have been like that with me. My other aunt. Basically, I could tell was kind of acting a little different. You know how people walk up to you, but then they try to really hide that. I was like, dude, what is really going on? Like, what is going on with these spirits of envy, jealousy, and just this crazy stuff? I was feeling that. Like, don't get me wrong, the day was good. I had fun seeing family I hadn't seen in years. Like, last time I seen some of them, I was a teenager. So we in our 20s now. So that was really cool. Other ones, last time I saw them was when we was 7 years old. So it was cool and everything. But just those spirits lurking around and the devil trying to play games. And so another thing too that I noticed is me, I'm 26 years old, but I look a lot younger than my age. Majority of people be like, oh yeah, that's so good. That's good. You do not age at all. But then, you get those people that try to turn it into a negative thing. And I've noticed that too. And I'm like, is it? In my head, I'd be like, I'd be having to not act up, because I got to have sense with the Lord. I'll be like, is it because you aging and look older than your age? Or like, that's what I kind of say, but in my head. But I'll leave it at that. But yeah, it's just like the littlest things that I be noticing more so after the year of really walking closely with the Lord. I'm like, bro, really, what is wrong? And my other aunt was like trying to tell my mom something. Like, I guess she was watching, I don't know what she was doing, but she told my mom. So my mom came over there just asking me a question. And I was like, what? Like, what is going on? So it was that, and it's just, and it was just so stupid, certain things. And I'm like, God, I know you was trying to show me something, and why you just cannot be around certain people when blessings come through. Because I know the blessing's so close. The devil really tried to make me come in agreement with him, get drunk. Like, if you don't get up out my face, I'll pop you upside your neck. And just to find out that person, was transgender, I'm like, this is crazy, because I knew what I felt. And the fact that person was so invested in talking to me out of everybody, even the people that came with, I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. And then to top it off, I was talking to my younger cousins. One was 11, one was 12. And my 11-year-old cousin would start asking me about alcohol and what about this girl, this? And I was like, just listing off alcohol. And I'm like, boy, how do you even know about that? Because at 11 years old, I was outside playing with my friends. My mama and my daddy would have bust me upside the head talking about some liquor. Boy, what are you talking about? You ain't tried nothing. You better not have. Who gave it to you? Your mama or your daddy? Which one? I'll whoop them for you. Then my 12-year-old, that was the one, I didn't really know him, but I met him. That was that side of the family. You know how it be when you meet your cousin whose uncle was that auntie's sister, and they granddad was your mama's great granddad. You know how that go. So that's what a lot of that was happening. I said, okay, great. Good, great, awesome. I had no idea what's going on, but hey, how you doing? But yeah, like the other one was talking to me. He said, I cheated on my girlfriend because she was treating me wrong. And I'm like, boys, shut up and sit down, both of y'all. Y'all don't know nothing about none of this. What is you talking about? And it's just, I was in such amazement. I'm like, at 11 and 12, I was not thinking about this stuff. That's why I be like, parents really need to pay attention to their kids. Because I told them, I said, y'all, you don't know nothing about that stuff. And I told them, boy, don't you be cheating on nobody. That ain't cool. Like, I be having to get people together. So the Lord, it was just mighty funny. The Lord was telling me to go over there to them. And I hear that, and I'm just like, dude, what is really the deal here? These kids are really out here talking about alcohol and this and that, and then invested with the wrong things in social media. One of my other little cousins was like, yeah, they was trying us on this TikTok. What you say? What you talking about, little girl? What you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, why are y'all talking like that? Do you Why is you even on social media talking about they already trying us and coming for us in the comments? Girl, you 12 years old. Shut up. So that was tripping me out. I'm like, dang, these kids are just not, what? Come on, man. This is why you got to watch where you sending your kids to school. Watch who your kids become friends with. It's crazy. 11 and 12, all of them. Like, dang, what are y'all doing? But what topped it off, and my mom revealed to me, we had a cousin that's a football player, or who was a football player, but he was also a pastor. So he came over and was saying goodbye and then reached out. He didn't even know me, just reached out and shook my hand. And I could feel that positive energy come from him. I think the Lord had that happen just to balance out that negative demonic energy that was kind of just looming around. The good thing is my family always on my mama's side say prayers before they eat. It was this big old circle, so I know the Lord was being welcomed in, because if we being honest, I love that. I love my family, but that side of the family that hosted it cannot cook. Ooh, they can't cook like that, because I was sitting next to my cousin. She was like, I'm getting me some Coney Island. If y'all know. Michigan, y'all know. So I'm getting me some Coney Island. She had me cracking up the whole night. I'm getting me some Coney Island. Oh, my family is crazy. But yeah, I just had to share that with y'all because agents of the devil was really trying to make me come in agreement with them. I'm like, dude, no. Oh, no. Oh, God, no. And then my aunt was not waiting on my mom. She said, can I follow you till I get to the mile roads to go home? Because, in Michigan, we got mile roads. So if you don't know now, you know. But so I said, cool. But then she stopped following me at a point, and I just took my highway on home. And I said, I think the Lord had you do that on purpose, or had that happen on purpose, because you already tried to start some mess. So it's like, long story short, you really got to be careful with your own family, because I've always been the child, from my parents that didn't get into nothing. Everybody even say it too. My cousin even said, "Oh, you always been good, ain't did nothing." I'd be like, "What?" um, but that's literally how all my family view me as, or really smart this and that. So I think really the spirit of envy be coming, or jealousy be coming through. So I'm like, dang, it's a lot of spirit of envy and jealousy. It's like God was just trying to remind me and let me know people gonna act a certain way with you, and all this jazz. And so you really got to be careful with your own family and friends. And when you get blessed, you just got to be quiet, because people ain't got the best intentions for you right now, and they don't show it all the time. But when you walk in the spirit, you see it. Had I went to that thing 3 years ago, I would have still sensed and felt those things, but I wouldn't have understood fully what was going on in the spirit. So, I thank God for stuff like that. And I just thank God for connecting me with people, spiritual family wise, that I can speak to about certain things. Because people are always looking for something to be wrong with you. Even through my whole journey here, I've caught people on here trying to find something that they thought was this or that. People always trying to find something that's wrong with you. And people do that in my family too. I feel like they try to do that with me because I just don't get into no bad stuff. And now that I'm really walking with God, it's really people just be looking for something to just be wrong. You can't just be this and can't just be that. It's like, dude, yes, I can, because I'm walking with God. So get out my business with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Get out my business with the Lord. But yeah, so it's just been a lot of realization today, and I felt like I would share that with y'all, because I know people be having relatable stories and whatnot, and I've been loving to talk to all of you guys thus far, brothers and sisters out here, that y'all stories are just so great. And yeah, peace and blessings, and I will catch y'all in the next one.